All right. Hi. So, to pass the time until POE 2 comes out, I've been testing around with Charge Dash. Charge Dash is an interesting little skill. There's a bunch of complicated min-maxing and all that kind of stuff you can do with attack speed and movement speed. I've just been kind of testing it on and off with the new Necro League. This is not going to be a build guide or anything. This is just kind of my updates and where my testing is put. As you can see here, I've gone with a White Wind, mostly just because it's pretty cheap, has a bunch of damage for early on, pretty easy for spell suppression, and you can get the movement speed stuff here, dagger, scale elusive effect. Really, I think eventually I'm gonna want to retune a bunch of stuff so that it's like a min-max claw and shield kind of deal, because that potentially does way more damage. But for now, this is what I'm doing. I got a Winter Weave and Call the Void. I'm going to try testing without these on in a bit, just to see if they're really working, but for now, they seem to be adding on. And then I'm just running this on a Trickster, mostly because Trickster you need one step ahead with Charge Dash. The one thing that absolutely destroys any kind of semblance of normality in Charge Dash is just getting any kind of slow, any kind of change on that. Because if you get slowed or temporal changed, you feel like you're doing nothing. And then, yeah, the rest of the trickster stuff, bunch of healed, chaos inoculation, scaling some damage. Really, right now, for what it is, and, inflated prices for the Necro League, but right now I think I have like 5 to like 7 divines invested so far, and didn't mean to go into there. I'm running tier 16s pretty good, pretty easily. As you can see, I still need to do my searing, but I've been casually doing that. I've been on and off. I was supposed to stream the rest of this, but I didn't really have time. But very quickly, I'm just gonna show what it looks like. So, really, Charge Dash is Charge Dash. You either like the skill or you don't. And you just kind of get a rhythm for what you're doing. And as you can see right here, I still need to work on single target damage, because things like, this annoying little Soul Eater enemy is going to take a minute. But thankfully, the way I built this so far, I can do both the charge and release method and also the just continuous channeling method. It really lets you choose. For anybody thinking, oh, what's the difference between those two? So basically, from what I saw online in people's testing, if you're min-maxing movement, like movement's the main thing you're improving more than attack speed, you want to be charging and releasing more than you're just continuously channeling. And if you're min-maxing pure attack speed, maybe with like dual claws or something like that, you're gonna want to be continuously charging attacks. So like doing that. And the reason why is because attack speed increases the rate at which the pulses begin to fire. So just how quickly after pressing it do you immediately hit with a wave. And then movement speed gets you to that maximum charge limit faster. So the little guy. That's why I have chance to gain flash charge when crit on my flask and crit stuff, and then that's also why I have some flask nodes on the tree, just so that that's maintained. Some interesting things, at least for ideas. If you are planning to do this not with a one-handed weapon, because Charge Dash doesn't allow that, I would recommend Momentum instead of Nightblade. Because Nightblade's nice because it gives elusive effect, which is a bunch of attack and crit multiplier and all that kind of stuff. You can't really use that on a two-handed weapon, but Momentum gives a bunch of attack speed while you're channeling, and also gives a movement speed buff at the end. And so right here, we're going to see the current embarrassing little part of this experiment of me trying to scale Charge Dash, is that right now, the damage isn't really there. Thankfully, I wouldn't call this an extremely squishy build. It's not the tankiest of a trickster. You can obviously build way tankier. In that same regard, you can totally do an ephemeral edge. Oh, right, these bosses have like linked health. Yeah, you can build an ephemeral edge and just do that kind of build with this. It should work just fine. Obviously, that's going to cost you a lot more. You know, you're gonna have to min-max and focus more on energy shield and all that. But if you're really looking to charge dash, I think that's probably your best bet, along with a Rakiata's Dance. Those two are the current like biggest ones, because as you can see right now, White Wind, it was good for mapping, but yeah, this is not really a single target skill. Yeah, I know I'm low on mana. I kind of just want to leave this room. This is really bad for the showcase, guys. I think I'm bad at the game, and I can't believe someone who played Charge Dash is bad at the game. Anyways, that's what the build looks like right now. Obviously, bunch of stuff needs to be improved, ideas and all that. I'll be thinking about it on and off until POE 2 comes out. But, you know, for people who are interested in Charge Dash, it's possible. It's gonna take a little more finagling in terms of like specifically your weapon and how you're managing damage and attack speed. But if I currently look at my attack speed modifier, I'm at 170, and my movement speed, I have an minimum max speed of 0.8, but I have a movement speed, where would that be? That would be down here, at a 45, plus Quicksilver Flask, so that goes up to like 80. And between those, I'd say that's a comfortable amount. I'd say that's pretty comfortable. So as long as you can maintain those two, yeah, like honestly, like a Rakiata's Dance or some kind of high level damage with a pretty decent attack speed, not like too low, not like a Meroki Erki, just something like that. It should be fine. Anyways, hope this was informative.